When we hear the name Bill Gates, we instantly think of Microsoft, personal computers, and unimaginable wealth. But behind the headlines of billion-dollar philanthropy and global influence lies another story, the story of his children. Bill and his ex-wife, Melinda French Gates, raised 3 children together, Jennifer, Rory, and Phoebe. Despite being the children of one of the richest men in history, their lives are surprisingly grounded. They're not tech billionaires in the making. Instead, each one is carving their own unique journey. Today, let's uncover the fascinating lives of the Gates children. Born on April 26, 1996, Jennifer is the eldest child of Bill and Melinda Gates. From the start, her parents emphasized that money wasn't everything. They raised her with discipline, responsibility, and values, even though she grew up in one of the most famous families in the world. Jennifer's passion from childhood was horses. She developed an incredible love for equestrian sports and became a professional show jumper. Competing in international arenas, she quickly earned recognition not just as Bill Gates' daughter, but as a skilled athlete in her own right. But Jennifer never wanted to stop at just sports. She studied human biology at Stanford University, graduating in 2018. After that, she pursued a master's degree in public health at Columbia University, a path that reflected her desire to make an impact in healthcare. In 2019, she entered medical school at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York. Fast forward to 2024, she graduated and now she's starting her residency in pediatrics. Yes, the daughter of a tech billionaire is on her way to becoming a doctor who helps children. On the personal side, Jennifer's love life also gained media attention. She met Nayel Nassar, a professional equestrian born in Chicago to Egyptian parents. The two bonded over their shared love of horses, and in October 2021, they got married in a beautiful ceremony. Together, they've started a family, welcoming their first daughter, Layla, in March 2023 and their second daughter, Mia, in October 2024. That makes Bill Gates not just a global icon, but also a proud grandfather. Jennifer's journey is inspiring because despite being born into privilege, she chose a path of hard work, compassion, and service. Next comes Rory John Gates, born on May 23, 1999. Unlike his older sister, Rory has chosen to live a more private life. He avoids the spotlight, rarely shares about himself, and is known as the most reserved of the Gates siblings. But make no mistake, Rory is brilliant. His mother, Melinda, once described him as compassionate and curious, intelligent and well-read, with a strong sense of justice and equality. Rory attended Lakeside School in Seattle, the same school where his father, Bill Gates, studied and met Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft. After that, Rory went to the University of Chicago, where he graduated with multiple degrees in computer science and economics, completing both his undergraduate and master's degree in just 4 years. But instead of going into tech or taking over Microsoft, Rory decided to take a different route. He's now pursuing a PhD at the Institute of World Politics. On top of that, he is working as an analyst for the Afghanistan War Commission. This shows Rory's deep interest in global politics, history, and security issues, rather than following the billionaire's path of startups and companies. Even though Rory doesn't appear much in the media, his life tells us something powerful. Not every child of a billionaire has to be a flashy influencer or a CEO. Sometimes living quietly and pursuing knowledge is its own kind of success. Finally, we come to the youngest child, Phoebe Adele Gates, born on September 14, 2002. Out of all three siblings, Phoebe is the most active in the public eye. She studied at Lakeside School and later went on to attend Stanford University, just like her sister. But Phoebe isn't just following footsteps, she's creating her own. She co-founded Phia, a digital fashion platform that merges technology with sustainable fashion. This project reflects both her creativity and her awareness of global issues, like climate change and waste. Phoebe also runs a podcast called The Burnouts, where she and her co-host discuss culture, identity, climate, and women's rights. Through her podcast and her social media presence, she has become an advocate for women's health and equality. She's also interned at British Vogue, combining her interests in fashion, media, and innovation. Phoebe often speaks about privilege, admitting that being a Gates child gives her unique opportunities, but she also emphasizes using that privilege to make a difference. In today's digital world, Phoebe has become a voice for Gen Z activism, diversity, and sustainability. Now, here's something fascinating. Despite being worth over $100 billion, Bill Gates has always said that his children will inherit less than 1% of his wealth. Why? Because he wants them to learn independence, to build their own careers, and to not live off his fortune. Instead, most of his wealth will go into philanthropy through the Gates Foundation. So what did his kids get? Not billions of dollars, but something more valuable. Education, values, and opportunities. And from what we've seen, they are using it well. So that's the story of Jennifer, Rory, and Phoebe Gates. Jennifer, the doctor and equestrian. Rory, the scholar and analyst. Phoebe, the activist and digital innovator. Each of them is proving that even when you're the child of a billionaire, success is not about inheritance. It's about passion, purpose, and making your own mark in the world. And that's what makes the Gates children's story so inspiring.